If you're over 60 and walking feels harder than it used to, the problem isn't that you need to walk more. In fact, walking might be the wrong place to start. Your legs need something different first, something gentler, something that builds strength without wearing you down. Most seniors push themselves to walk every day, thinking it's the only way to stay strong, but their legs get weaker anyway. Why? Because walking doesn't target the specific muscles that keep you stable. It doesn't rebuild what time has taken away. And one of these 5 exercises, something you can do sitting down, works better than 1,000 steps for preventing falls and keeping your independence. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what these exercises are, how to do them safely, and why they work better than walking for building leg strength after 60. This video is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. Always speak with your healthcare provider about personal concerns. Here's what happens after 60. Your leg muscles don't just get weaker, they get selective about it. The small stabilizer muscles, the ones that keep you balanced, help you stand up, and stop you from wobbling, those go first. Walking uses your big muscle groups, your quads, your hamstrings, and that's good. But it doesn't wake up those small stabilizers. It doesn't rebuild ankle strength, and it doesn't target the muscles that prevent falls. That's why someone can walk every day and still feel unsteady, still struggle to get out of a chair, still worry about losing their balance. Research shows that targeted, gentle exercises rebuild leg strength faster than walking alone, especially for seniors who've been inactive or feel nervous about falling. The good news is, these 5 exercises are simple. You can do most of them sitting down, and you'll feel the difference in days, not months. Let's start with the first one. The first exercise is called seated knee extensions. And if your legs feel weak when you stand up, this is the one that changes everything. Here's what most people don't realize. When you sit for long periods, and most seniors sit more than they think, your quadriceps muscles start to shut down. Your quads are the big muscles on the front of your thighs. They're what lift you out of chairs. They're what stabilize your knees when you walk. And when they're weak, everything gets harder. Standing up takes effort. Stairs feel impossible. Your knees ache because they're doing work your quads should be doing. Walking doesn't fix this. Walking uses your quads, yes, but it doesn't strengthen them the way targeted movements do. Studies suggest that knee extensions improve quad strength by up to 40% in just 4 weeks, even in seniors who haven't exercised in years. That's because this exercise isolates the muscle. It forces it to work, and it rebuilds what sitting has taken away. Here's how you do it. Sit in a sturdy chair with your back supported. Your feet should be flat on the floor. Now, slowly straighten one leg in front of you. Lift it until your knee is straight, or as straight as it can go without pain. Hold it there for 2 seconds. You should feel your thigh muscle tighten. Then lower it back down, slowly, controlled. That's 1 repetition. Do 10 repetitions on one leg, then switch to the other leg. If 10 feels too hard, start with 5. If it feels too easy, hold the position for 5 seconds instead of 2. You can do this exercise every day. In fact, many physical therapists recommend doing it twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening. Now, here's where people mess this up. Mistake number 1, they swing their leg up fast. Don't do that. Fast movements don't build strength. Slow, controlled movements do. Mistake number 2, they arch their back to help lift the leg. Your back should stay against the chair. If you're arching, your leg is going too high. Lower it a bit. Mistake number 3, they forget to breathe. Breathe out as you lift your leg. Breathe in as you lower it. Never hold your breath during exercise. Let me give you an example.
Imagine you're sitting at the kitchen table after breakfast. Your legs feel stiff, heavy. You know you should get up and move, but standing feels like a chore. That heaviness, that's weak quads. When you strengthen them with knee extensions, standing up becomes easier. You don't have to push off the armrests as hard. You don't feel like you're fighting your own body. One woman I read about, 73 years old, said that she did knee extensions every morning for 2 weeks. By the end, she could stand up from her couch without using her hands. That's the difference this exercise makes. Now, that's exercise number 1, and it's powerful. But the second exercise, it's the one that fixes cold feet, reduces nighttime cramps, and improves circulation, all at the same time. And you can do it right from your chair. Let me show you.
The second exercise is called ankle pumps. And if your feet feel cold, if your legs cramp at night, or if you notice swelling around your ankles, this exercise helps all three. Here's what's happening. As you age, circulation in your lower legs slows down. Blood doesn't flow as easily back up to your heart. That's why your ankles swell, why your feet feel cold even under blankets, why your calves cramp in the middle of the night. Walking helps circulation, yes, but it doesn't target your ankle joints or your calf muscles the way ankle pumps do. This exercise acts like a pump. It pushes blood back up your legs. It keeps fluid from pooling, and it strengthens the small muscles around your ankles that keep you stable. Research shows that ankle pumps improve circulation in the lower legs within minutes. That's not days or weeks, that's minutes. And when circulation improves, everything else gets better. Less swelling, fewer cramps, warmer feet. Here's how you do it. Sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. You can also do this lying in bed if that's more comfortable. Now, point your toes down towards the floor like you're pressing a gas pedal. Hold for 2 seconds. Then flex your toes up towards the ceiling like you're trying to touch your toes to your shin. Hold for 2 seconds. That's 1 pump. Do this 20 times. It should take about a minute. You can do this exercise 3 or 4 times a day. Morning, afternoon, evening, and before bed. If you sit for long periods, do ankle pumps every hour. Even just 10 pumps makes a difference. Here's what people get wrong. Mistake number 1, they move too fast. Slow down. You want to feel your calf muscle working. If you're just flapping your feet around, it's not doing anything. Mistake number 2, they only point their toes down. You need both directions, down and up. That's what moves the blood. Mistake number 3, they tense their entire leg. Relax your thighs, relax your hips. Only your ankles should be moving. Let me give you an example. Imagine you've been sitting and watching TV for an hour. You stand up to go to the kitchen and your legs feel stiff. Your feet tingle a little. That's poor circulation. Now imagine you've been doing ankle pumps every 30 minutes while you sit. When you stand up, your legs feel lighter, your feet don't tingle, you feel steady. One man, 68 years old, used to wake up 3 times a week with calf cramps. He started doing ankle pumps before bed. Within a week, the cramps stopped. That's how fast this works. So that's 2 exercises, and both of them you can do sitting down. But now we're moving to exercise number 3. And here's the thing. This is the one most physical therapists recommend first, but almost nobody knows about it. It's called a gentle step-up, and it's the single best exercise for rebuilding confidence and preventing falls. Let me explain why. Exercise number 3 is gentle step-ups. And if you've ever felt nervous about stairs, curbs, or uneven ground, this is the exercise that brings your confidence back. Here's why this matters.
Walking on flat ground is one thing, but real life isn't flat. You have to step up onto curbs. You have to climb stairs. You have to adjust your balance when the ground changes. And that requires something walking doesn't train: single leg strength. When you do a step up, one leg has to lift your entire body weight. That leg has to be strong enough to stabilize you, and your ankle has to adjust to the new height. This is the exact movement that prevents falls. Studies suggest that seniors who practice step-ups have 30% fewer falls than those who only walk. That's a massive difference. And here's the best part. You don't need a gym. You don't need special equipment. All you need is a small, sturdy step. Here's how you do it. Find a step that's 2 to 4 inches high. A phone book works. A sturdy wooden box works. Even the bottom stair in your house works, though that might be too high to start. Stand in front of the step. Hold on to a countertop, a railing, or a sturdy chair for balance. Now, step up onto the step with your right foot. Bring your left foot up to meet it. Step back down with your right foot. Then bring your left foot down. That's 1 repetition. Do 5 repetitions leading with your right foot. Then do 5 leading with your left. If that feels too easy, don't make the step higher yet. Instead, let go of the support. Use your arms for balance, but don't hold on. Do this exercise 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's all you need. Here's where people mess this up. Mistake number 1, they use a step that's too high. If you have to struggle to get up, the step is too high. Start small. Build confidence first. Mistake number 2, they rush. This isn't about speed. It's about control. Step up slowly. Step down slowly. Mistake number 3, they forget to switch legs. Both legs need to get strong. Don't just lead with your strong leg. Practice with both. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're working outside and you come to a curb. You used to step up without thinking, but now you hesitate. You're not sure your leg is strong enough. That hesitation, that's fear. Step-ups rebuild the strength that takes away the fear. One woman, 71 years old, said she used to avoid walking around her neighborhood because of the curbs. She felt embarrassed asking for help. She started doing step-ups 3 times a week. After a month, she was stepping up onto curbs without even thinking about it. That's what confidence feels like. So that's 3 exercises, and you're already ahead of most people. But we're not done yet. Exercise number 4 is one most people skip, and that's a mistake, because it's the exercise that stops you from wobbling when you walk. It's called side leg raises, and it's the key to steady, confident movement. Let me show you.
Exercise number 4 is side leg raises. And if you ever feel unsteady when you walk, if you wobble when you turn, or if you grab onto things more than you used to, this exercise fixes that. Here's what's happening. Your body has muscles on the sides of your hips. They're called hip abductors. These muscles keep you from swaying side to side when you walk. They stabilize you when you stand on one leg, which you do every single time you take a step. And they're usually the first muscles to weaken after 60. Walking doesn't strengthen these muscles. Walking mostly uses the muscles in the front and back of your legs. That's why someone can walk every day and still feel wobbly. Side leg raises target those hip muscles directly. They rebuild the stability you've been missing. Research shows that hip abductor strength is the #1 predictor of fall risk in seniors. Stronger hips means fewer falls, and this exercise is how you get stronger hips. Here's how you do it. Stand next to a counter or a sturdy chair. Hold on with one hand for balance. Now slowly lift your outside leg out to the side. Not forward, not back, straight out to the side. Lift it as high as you comfortably can, usually about 6 to 12 inches. You should feel the muscle on the side of your hip working. Hold it there for 2 seconds, then lower it back down, slowly, controlled. That's 1 repetition. Do 10 repetitions on one side, then turn around and do 10 on the other side. You can do this exercise every day or 3 times a week. Either way works. Here's what people get wrong. Mistake number 1. They lean their body to the side to help lift the leg. Don't do that. Your body should stay upright. If you're leaning, you're cheating. Lower the leg and try again. Mistake number 2. They lift their leg forward or back instead of straight out to the side. It has to go to the side. That's what works the right muscles. Mistake number 3. They let go of the support too soon. Hold on. This isn't about proving you don't need help. It's about building strength safely. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're walking through a store. Someone steps in front of you, and you have to stop quickly and shift your weight. If your hip muscles are weak, you wobble. You might even stumble. But if your hips are strong, you adjust without thinking. You stay steady. One man, 76 years old, said he used to feel nervous in crowded places because he couldn't react quickly. He started doing side leg raises every morning. After 3 weeks, he felt stable again. He could walk through crowds without worrying. That's what strong hips give you. So that's 4 exercises, and your legs are already getting stronger. But there's one more, the 5th exercise. And this one might be the most important of all because it's the exercise that prevents the #1 injury seniors face. It's called standing calf raises, and it protects your ankles, your balance, and your ability to catch yourself if you trip. Let me explain. Exercise number 5 is standing calf raises. And if you want to protect yourself from falls, twisted ankles, and losing your balance, this is the exercise you can't skip. Here's why this matters. Your calf muscles do more than you think. They help you walk, they help you stand on your toes, and most importantly, they help you catch yourself when you start to lose your balance. When your calves are weak, your ankles become unstable. You're more likely to twist an ankle stepping off a curb. You're more likely to fall forward if you trip. Walking uses your calves, yes, but it doesn't strengthen them the way standing calf raises do. This exercise forces your calves to lift your entire body weight. It rebuilds strength in your ankles, and it improves your ability to react quickly if you stumble. Studies suggest that strong calves reduce fall risk by up to 25%. That's significant. And the best part? This exercise takes 30 seconds. Here's how you do it. Stand behind a chair or next to a counter. Hold on lightly for balance. Now slowly rise up onto your toes. Lift your heels off the ground as high as you comfortably can. Hold it there for 2 seconds, then lower back down. Slowly, controlled. That's 1 repetition. Do 10 to 15 repetitions. If that's too easy, do 20. You can do this exercise every day. In fact, you can do it while you're waiting for something, waiting for the coffee to brew, waiting for the microwave, waiting for the water to boil. It's that simple. Here's what people get wrong. Mistake number 1, they bounce up and down quickly. Don't bounce. Slow and controlled is what builds strength. Mistake number 2, they lean forward onto the counter. Stand upright. Your calves should be doing the work, not your arms. Mistake number 3, they only go halfway up. Go all the way up onto your toes. The higher you go, the more your calves work. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're walking and your toe catches on the edge of a rug. You start to fall forward. If your calves are weak, you can't catch yourself. You fall. But if your calves are strong, they react instantly. You push off with your toes, adjust your balance, and stay upright. One woman, 69 years old, tripped on her front steps. Her calf muscles kicked in and she caught herself on the railing. She said if that had happened a year earlier, she would have fallen. That's what strong calves do. They keep you safe. So that's all 5 exercises: seated knee extensions, ankle pumps, gentle step-ups, side leg raises, and standing calf raises. Each one targets a specific weakness. Each one rebuilds something walking can't. And the best part? You can do all 5 in less than 15 minutes.
So let's bring this all together. We've covered 5 exercises that work better than walking for stronger legs after 60. 1. Seated knee extensions. They rebuild the quad strength you need to stand up easily and walk without your knees aching. 2. Ankle pumps. They improve circulation, reduce swelling, and stop nighttime cramps before they start. 3. Gentle step-ups. They build the single leg strength that prevents falls and makes stairs feel manageable again. 4. Side leg raises. They strengthen your hips so you stop wobbling and start moving with confidence. 5. Standing calf raises. They protect your ankles and give you the reflexes to catch yourself if you stumble. Now, remember that third exercise, the one most physical therapists recommend first? That's the gentle step-up. Why? Because it mimics real life. Every time you step up onto a curb, climb a stair, or adjust your footing, you're doing a step-up. And when you practice it safely at home, your body remembers how to do it confidently everywhere else. The good news is you don't have to do all 5 exercises every single day. Pick 2 or 3. Do them in the morning or before bed. Stay consistent. Your legs will get stronger. You'll feel steadier, and walking will feel easier, not because you walked more, but because you built the strength walking couldn't give you. You've just learned how to strengthen your legs in ways most seniors never discover. The next video is just as important because it shows you the 7 hidden things that quietly make your legs weaker, even if you're doing everything right. These are mistakes almost every senior makes without realizing it. And once you know what they are, you can stop undoing all your progress. It's called, If Your Legs Feel Weak After 60, Watch This: 7 Things That Make It Worse. It's the natural next step, and your legs will feel the difference. The video is on screen now. I'll meet you there. As always, this video is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. Always speak with your healthcare provider about personal concerns.